Hello. I hope that is not true. Let me zip up these coveralls. If you are just tuning in, I sure hope that this is not true. Right here. I hope it isn't. Right here. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. I hope this is not true. Israeli army has been instructed to prepare for a U.S. military strike on Iran. Has anyone saw that? While we were sleeping and watching election news, has anyone saw that? Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Um, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I saw that, and I did receive a message in my messenger yesterday concerning this very thing, and it was very graphic about what was coming, and I didn't go ahead with it. I wanted to do some research, but it says Israeli army has been instructed to prepare for a U.S. military strike on Iran. According to sources, President Donald Trump began seriously consider the option of attacking Iran nuclear facilities and was informed of the growing stocks of enriched uranium in Iran. Hello. Um, you think Israeli news has been reporting on that? Yeah, hello everyone. That does not sound good to me. It doesn't. And I heard that in this thing that I got on my in my messenger, I heard that it would make Operation Desert Storm seem this big, tiny compared to that. Let's look at this. You not seen that? We're gonna click into it. It says the Israeli army has been instructed to prepare for U.S. military strike on Iran. According to sources, President Trump began to seriously consider option of attacking Iran. He was informed of the growing stocks of enriched uranium in Iran, leaving BulgarianMilitary.com, citing the American news portal Axios. I've never heard of Axios. Have you all heard of Axios? It says, as according to Axios portal, citing sources, the Israeli government has instructed the Defense Army to prepare for a possible United States military strike on Iran. Journalists write that the Israeli side is very concerned that Iran's retaliatory strikes could catch Israel by surprise. According to them, that is why they were giving the order to prepare for any scenario. Well, I can assure you that if they attack them, they will really launch an enormous retaliatory attack. Yes, what does this mean exactly? They're contemplating. According to the sources, President Donald Trump began seriously consider the option of attacking the facilities, and the Axios portal writes the information was indirectly confirmed by the journalists from New York Times. Trump consulted with his advisors on Iran's nuclear facility, and over the past 2 weeks, the heads of U.S. and Israeli Defense Departments have held talks twice. According to sources, the talks focused on Syria, Iran, and military cooperation. I heard that there was going to be like a NATO strike because Israel has petitioned the UN to do something about Iran. That has happened. So it noticed that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo flew to the Gulf countries last week, and U.S. strategic bombers carried out a short and long-range mission to the Middle East. You think it's a fake war? If people's lives get lost, I don't think it would be fake. It says they're preparing for a possible American strike, but I think it would be a UN kind of. I don't see how they would go in on it. Israel has been raiding Iranian targets inside of Syria. They have been bombing targets inside of there, Syrian and Iranian training camps, and Russia also has sent its bombers over there too, because Russia has a involvement in there too, and they've been bombing the pro-Turkish or whatever forces in Syria, because Turkey wants to get in on it too. So you have Iran, Syria, and Russia on one side, and then you have Turkey, United States, Israel, NATO, France, all these other ones on the other side. So it is quite possible to happen. Yes, it is. Yeah. It says the Syrian Ministry of Defense has confirmed that the Israeli force has launched multiple strikes against targets in Quinta, Damascus line. I read that right here. So they have really been launching massive air raids. This was reported by the Lebanese news on Al Madasar News, citing military sources on November the 25th. The Zionist enemy launched an airstrike from the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights to southern Damascus. So they want to squeeze out the Iranian troops and the Tehran-controlled Shiite militia and Hezbollah. So something could possibly happen. It could really be a dark winter in more ways than one. Yeah, this was funny. This was funny, but it's not funny. When we was at my in-laws, my husband and me went over to his mom and dad's house for Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesday, and they was talking about the virus, he said. And she goes, well, I know they want to depopulate the earth. They normally have a major war to help do that too, because it comes in cycles. Yeah. So I have been watching, I've been keeping tabs on this Syria border and Turkey and stuff. And this is more stuff. I didn't know they were actively preparing. Israel was actively preparing. You think there's a lot of misinformation for the Democrats. They always try to push the fear factor. I've heard that also. I have. But that does not stop the fact that there has been massive raids by Israeli nation in Syria, and Russia doing massive bombing too on the anti-Syrian Iranian forces also. So that is happening. That's not fake, that's real, because lives are getting lost over there. And since that top nuclear scientist was hit, that doesn't make it any better, okay? It doesn't. It's provoking is what it is. It's very provoking. Yeah. Yes, let's see this. Vish, I can't read it. Planned out by the, yeah, everything has a plan. There's a plan for everything. There really is. But I thought that was interesting because I heard about it, and I didn't want to say nothing about it. I wasn't. So that was just yesterday. Let's get back to this again. Yesterday, we can flip over to here. See, this is what they did. Israel launched massive airstrikes on Syrian targets in Damascus. You know there's a prediction in the Bible. Damascus will be in ruins. Russian and Syria jets strike jihadist positions in Syria. So it's heating up over there, you all. Whether you want to say this is fake news or not, it's heating up. Hello. Yeah. So that's young men and women who have to serve a compulsory 2 years in the Israeli army. Ah, look, you will get life imprisonment for coup participants against Turkish President Erdogan. So you want to try that with Erdogan, you're going to get life in prison. That's exactly what you'll get. That's treason. Hello. Yeah, I don't normally report things like this, but it's been awful quiet. My husband goes, it's been awful quiet lately in the news. He goes, I wonder what's going on. Um, somebody's telling me Gina Chill, Tamara Bullock. Gina Chill. Wonder why Tamara would say Gina Chill when I'm just like you and I'm just like everyone else. I am. Um, yeah, that's right. I think it's very possible. I really do. I think it's quite possible because things are heating up. I know people do not like negative news, but you know what? You say this is negative news right here. Okay, it's reality. It may seem negative to take in, but it is reality. I don't live in a bubble. I don't. I live in the real world. Um, yeah. Well, I am going to go. I just wanted to get on there really fast. I just wanted to share that with you because I've not. That's big news. That's big news to me. My husband was in the military. He served 21 years, and I was married to him for 17 of those 21 years. So me and my husband and children were raised in the military. So I know what military, what it does, what war does. It tears families apart. I know all about it. Been there, done that. Um, you don't have cable. Well, this is on the internet. You're not going to see this on the news, I don't think. This is on BulgarianMilitary.com. And they were conducting drills too. Yeah. Well, with that being said, Gina, why don't you tell us how your system that you benefited from is crumbling? Gina, why don't you tell Nick? I don't even know what you are talking about. Um, Gina, why don't you tell how your system that you benefited from is crumbling? I don't have a system that I benefited from that is crumbling. Um, no, I do not. War is on the horizon. See, and we have some very upset people here who they just lash out for no reason because they got this in them and they just want to get it out of them. They want to lash out. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Gina, you meditate fake and false news are totally helping with the lies and diversion and perception. Well, time will tell if this is fake news, okay? Time will tell if this right here, which they said has happened, if that's fake news. Time will tell. Time will tell if that happens. It will be a total nightmare if this does happen, a total nightmare scenario. And that is an understatement because there are sleeper cells in this country. They've been in this country for years and years, blended right in with society. As in other countries, there's sleeper cells in all the other countries too. They blend right in. And when they get the key to activate, then they are activated. Um, and then you're in trouble. And that's how it goes. Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome for the info. And I'm not a fear mongerer. I am not one like that. I don't know why people, if they don't have something nice to say, they shouldn't say anything at all. All I did was read that right here. Boom. I want to show pictures of stars and stuff, but I live in the real world too. This will affect me. This does affect me, even though it's not here right now, even though it has not happened, but something's happening in the Middle East. Okay, I used to be big time into geopolitical things going on in the world years ago. I kept a tab on all of it. I could tell you who led every single country because I found it interesting, and then I just thought, no, I don't want to even pay attention to it anymore. But I was really big in reading about what was happening in all the countries around the world. So let's see if that happens, you all. In the meantime, we got some stuff going on, and you can get upset. Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, if there's trolls on here, I don't have a moderator. They're just going to have to keep trolling on, is what I've got to say. Kindness is a gift. It's a fruit. It's a fruit of love, is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, much love to you all too. I am going to go, but thank you all for coming on here. And those of you who, I guess there were some trolls on here, I hope that made you happy, that you could be your little keyboard warrior, because that's what you are, a keyboard warrior. And with that being said, I hope you all have a very wonderful evening, and I guess we'll find out if anything's going to happen. I sure hope and pray it doesn't, because it will change the world. It will change the United States big time, and it'll get worse all over the world, because there'll be a domino effect that takes place for everyone who is in on that. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. You're so very welcome. If I hear any more information, you will hear about it, especially if you don't have cable. If I have the opportunity to get on here, I will tell you. Thank you. Love you.